And when you finally get to that point, when you master yourself and you finally get yourself in that position where you know exactly why you're doing something, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and defeat ain't even part of the equation. Like, you know that you're going to be successful. Once you finally reach that peak performance level, you're dialed in. There's nothing taking you out of that. No one can convince you that you aren't exactly where you're supposed to be at.
When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
I'm going long in this breaker here. I'll take that. Going long in the order block. Make sure to take a partial here. It's almost like it's random. Stop above the balanced price range. That's a breakaway gap. This fair value gap should stay open. It's a breakaway gap. This is a breakaway gap, but this fair value gap here will take us higher. And thank you very much. Just like clockwork. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Let's go. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Oh, man. Don't you just love Mondays? Mondays is just... Thank God it's Monday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Hopefully y'all had a good weekend, a restful weekend. Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. Who we got? Gonka, Erasmus, Trades, Cal, Deborah, The Gorilla, Duck, Trust the Process, Daily Football Edits. Adita, if I'm saying that right, good morning. What's up, Uncommon? Hey, Seuss, I see you. Mikhail, good morning. Or good afternoon, good evening. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? Good afternoon. Class Act, Monkif, Modsif, Yuri, Simon, or Simeon, Simon. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but pretty interesting weekend. A lot of stuff going on. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. It is a great freaking morning. NFP week, it is NFP Monday. Let's go. Dantiva, good morning. Oh, man. Man, I'm feeling good. The weekends are so necessary. It's so essential. Come back refreshed, locked in, focused. Just ready to go. Get started in a few minutes. Let everybody get in here first, and then we'll go over the higher time frame, address some things, and then walk down price like we normally do. It's feeling good. The fall is coming. It's a smooth, like 60-something degrees outside, so the weather's getting cooler. Love it. Alexis, good morning. Love it. This is going to be fun. Man. Tomorrow, we officially start Q4. That is crazy. Fourth quarter of the year kicks off tomorrow. That homework, hey, look. So here's what happened, right? If you didn't notice, I really wasn't active on Discord yesterday. I was really just taking time like away from the charts, away from the Discord, and just really enjoying time with family, friends. Like, I was thinking about the homework, and I was just like, man, I'm just gonna have to assign it Monday. I'm so sorry. But I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. Tonight, though, look, listen. If I don't upload that homework assignment tonight, I'm deleting my YouTube channel, period. I'm getting that to y'all tonight, I swear. But, like, yesterday, like, I was in front of, I didn't even look at Asia. I wasn't in the Discord. Like, I was getting notifications of, like, once Asia started kicking off. I was getting Discord notifications, but I was really just I was really just chilling. Like, the weather here is getting cool, and yeah, I was spending time with my nieces and just time away from the charts, and it was just real. It was very much needed, especially with the drama and all that going on. It was very much needed time. But Monday, we back locked in, ready to go. I will get that homework to y'all so that way we can all improve, get better. I'm just playing. You know my YouTube channel not going anywhere. But yeah, it was very much needed. But I promise I'll get that homework to y'all. I just need the weekend to really just spend time with friends, loved ones. And it was very, very much needed, but I'm ready to go now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, man. Oh, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. Praise God. Feeling good. Still on webinar 2, so no homework. Don't rush through the webinars. Don't rush. Just take your time through them. They're only like an hour or so long each. Just cruise through them. They're not going anywhere. They're gonna be in there forever. So God is good. God is good. God is good. All right. Man, it's a beautiful Monday. Beautiful Monday. Weather is amazing. It is just a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Absolutely beautiful. $9.40. We'll go over dollar index and break it down. Any playlist by ICT will be helpful for you. Doesn't matter which one. Any playlist on anything on this YouTube channel will make you money. That's all about how you study and putting in the time and effort. Any playlist, 2022, 23, 24, they're all good. How many webinars? It's probably like 25 webinars so far in the Discord. Something like that. Just a ballpark. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we're actually gonna go ahead and get started. So I have a little bit more. Time before we head down to the 1 minute chart. So I haven't even looked at the market all weekend. So let me just browse through real quick. This is my first time looking at the chart since Friday. Okay. All right, let's go. Daily chart for dollar index. Nothing has changed for me. Looking for sell side here. I like to see if we can snag that this week, especially with non-farm payroll. We have a pretty volatile week. So this is something I'm still watching for. So I want lower prices, longer term on dollar. Daily chart is really kind of messy in here, so I don't have any key levels on the daily for dollar. Let's jump straight to a 15. All right, Looks like dollar may want to make a run for buy side. We have equal highs up here. So that's something I'm watching for. And then these equal highs up here are a little too smooth. So if dollar wants to continue higher, I'll be looking for these levels up here. Alright. And that's pretty much all I care about for dollar. 5-minute chart. Yeah, I like the buy side. Gold. So if I'm looking for higher prices on the day today for dollar, it would be nice to see lower prices and everything else. And we do have news at 9:45, medium impact. I'm not too worried about that. 15-minute chart for gold looking heavy. First target, low hanging objective, where this hourly fair value gap, but this down close candle, which is a bullish order block. That opening price, I want to see us reach that for gold, low hanging target. Alright, and of course we have the sell side underneath this low. And let's get the rejection block underneath this swing low of this down close candle, in case gold wants to get animated to the downside. Alright, 15-minute chart. Pretty simple, straightforward, looking for lower prices on gold. Let's look at euro real quick. Daily consolidation hasn't been the cleanest. Let's go to the 15. Euro dollar also looking bearish, looking heavy, which is good. That's what we want to see. Equal lows, sell side, just too smooth, too clean. And we also have this gap here, which is your new week opening gap. So we closed here on Friday, reopened here on Sunday. So that's your new week opening gap. And then I like the sell side that's resting just above consequent encroachment. Top right. Alright, and that's pretty much all I care about for euro. I want lower prices. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's go look at the Dow. Looking heavy on the day so far, which is good. Look at that displacement right there at the 9:30 open. Sell side, this is all a low resistance liquidity run. Once we get through this little balanced price range right here, then I'm definitely looking for the sell side underneath these equal lows. All of this balance, up and down, both buy side and sell side being offered here, and we only have buy side delivery here. So once we get through this, I'm looking for us to just completely overlap all this price action here. But let's just go to an hourly chart. I like this fair value gap here. And then possibly that sell side. Alright, so pretty simple for Dow. It's obvious that it's looking heavy. Let's take a look at S&P. So look at that. See how heavy the Dow is looking? And how the Nasdaq's looking. Our current new week opening gap. Current new week opening gap for S&P. Daily chart. Small little new day opening gap here. And that's That's all I care about for the daily. Let's drop down to a 15. You can see us working those levels right now. Alright, so S&P kind of just hanging around equilibrium of this range from this high to this low. Dow's looking the heaviest out of the three indices, so that's something I'll be watching. 5-minute chart. New week opening gap being used as support. We do have equal highs, buy side. Yes, this high traded above this high here. They're a little clean, but if dollar's looking bullish, I still prefer lower prices in S&P, so I'm not being demanding of this buy side. I'd rather S&P work lower and match the energy of gold, euro, dollar, Dow, and all that. Like buy side for the dollar index. All right, and last but certainly not least, NASDAQ. Let's see what we're working with. We have an old new week opening gap here. And we have our current new week opening gap. And then we have this one here. New day opening gap here. I'm not going to put that on my chart. Let me see how big it is. Very minimal. So just the 3 new week opening gaps. And that's pretty much all I care about for right now. I am watching the opening price of this up close candle. See if that treats it as a potential bearish order block. But I'm just eyeballing that. 15-minute chart. We've ran out a lot of sell side and haven't ran out any buy side. Low, low taken out, low taken out, low taken out, low taken out. A lot of sell side being taken out, and we have equal highs, clean highs. So if dollar can kind of switch and show weakness and show strength to the downside, then I do like the buy side up here. But for now, I'm sticking with my bias. Let's see. $8.30. Alright, that's about a messy enough chart. I'm going to take the midnight opening price. Just know the midnight open is consequent encroachment of this old new week opening gap. I don't like how it's all clustered like that, so I'm just going to take it off. Or I'll take off the text. Alright, 15-minute chart. We do have this up close candle. I'm watching to see if that offers support as a bullish breaker. So we have a low, high, lower low, last up close candle in between your two lows. Watching the breaker, see if that can take us up into the equal highs up here. And then we have that old daily level, which is that gray shaded line right there. So I'm watching this up close candle, buy side. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. Monday. NFP Monday. September flew by so quick, I swear. I don't even know where the time is going. What else? So, real quick, couple of housekeeping things. Webinar is Sunday for those with access. Okay, I just posted the weekly schedule in the Discord. So webinar will not be on Saturday this week. It will be on Sunday. What else? Homework will be assigned today for real this time. And it'll probably be due, it's the middle of the week, and I know you guys are working and busy, so I'll probably give you guys till Thursday. That should be enough time to get the homework done. And the mentorship. All right, mentorship opens. Again, I'm only taking 30 people for the mentorship. That starts January 6, 2025. Okay, registration for that opens up November 1st. So pretty much in about a month. And I don't want a super big group, so literally it's just first come, first served. Probably like, I don't know, 10 a.m. November 1st. I'll make it available on WAP, and then whoever gets in, and then we're going to be rolling next year. And the mentorship. Okay, there's been a lot of chit-chat and drama surrounding the mentorship. Obviously, nobody's forcing anybody to join. It's just for those people who want more. The Discord and YouTube community is good for growing your understanding of price action, my YouTube channel rather. But the Discord or the private mentorship, that's for people who want a little bit more. That is like, the mentorship is, if I, let's say me, I'm a new trader, and the whole idea behind the mentorship is I'm trying to put a program together where if I'm sitting down and I'm saying, okay, how can I put something together that if somebody asks me, all right, Tremaine, you have 8 weeks to turn a trader profitable. Not saying that you can become profitable in 8 weeks, but if somebody said, Tremaine, you got 8 weeks to make a trader profitable, put something together. That's what the mentorship for. It's like, it's a lot, it's all in, it's hands-on, it's interactive, it's engaging, it's small group, it's personal. And it's just 8 weeks of just hitting it, hit the ground running, deep studies, all that stuff. So that's what the mentorship is for. It's just my way of going all in. That's really it. But so that's it. That's it. So that's my thought process, because I'm still working on the lectures. I'm still working on some planning stuff, getting ready for that. But the mentorship is literally just, okay, Tremaine, I have 8 weeks. I'm taking on 5 people. What do I want to cover in these 8 weeks that I think would be beneficial for them? So once week 8 is over, once that's out the window, in my opinion, I feel like you should be well on your way as far as understanding price action and becoming your own independent trader. So it's just an 8-week program that's not mandatory. Okay, the YouTube and Discord community is good for your learning. The mentorship is just, it's like the Discord but on steroids, pretty much. So that's it. And yes, it is pricey, but that's because I'm only taking 30 people, and it takes a lot of time to put that stuff together. I'm still working on it. So it is $1,000 one-time payment. I tried to get in contact with WAP. I tried to work with them as far as setting up payment options, payment plans, so that way you aren't forced to pay in full. But unfortunately, they don't allow payment plans for trading companies. So I tried to make that happen. I really did, but they said they couldn't do it. So like the buy now, pay later, where you can split it up into 4 payments, that's not available for our industry apparently. So I apologize for that, but yeah, Nakia, I literally woke up and I'm like, it's gonna be the last time I talk about it, because I'm not even into the drama like that, but I have to address it since it's a Monday and it happened over the weekend. But I woke up and I'm just seeing like a whole bunch of hate comments on my post, and I'm like, I usually get a couple comments here and there, but I'm like, this seems like abnormally like a lot of hate. So let me see what's going on. Open the Discord. Tremaine, you seen this post or whatever? Or somebody's talking about you. I said, nah, like, what you talking about? Like, send it to me. And then some guy tweeting about the mentorship, tagging ICT, and ICT shared his 2 cents on it and whatever. But like I said, it's not mandatory. It's just a program that I think would be beneficial. How come I use the 1 hour on the Dow? It's just the 1 hour on the Dow. So a lot of people ask, when do I use the 1 hour? Because I barely use the 1 hour on anything. But the 15-minute is just super zoomed out. So I'll look at the 1 hour, 4 hour if I need to, like in this instance, because the data is all the way over here on this side of the chart. In this case, I'll use the 1 hour because it's just a little cleaner. Or the 4 hour. In this instance, fair value gap. This down close candle, that opening price would be a target for me on the 4 hour. But if I'm on the 15-minute and like it looks like this, you can't even see the data all the way over there, then I'll just scrunch it up a little bit. That's it. Look at the bodies. That old new week opening gap. Trading down to this one here. And we're above the midnight open. We're above that 8:30 open. And once we get that 10 a.m. opening price, we're going to see where we're trading at. What's up, Dimlo? So I'm watching to see, we did clear out the buy side above this high. I'm watching to see, does NASDAQ have a willingness to make a run for these equal highs, or is that all that's needed here? Let's look. Dollar index just tagged as buy side. So now I'm watching to see this dollar index have the willingness to get up into the equal highs up here. This level is just too clean, too smooth. And then looking left, how far above this buy side can we go? Looking left, looking left. First thing that catches my eye is this old inefficiency. So I'm just taking all of that, drawing it through. Whoops. And I want to see if dollar can stab up into that. All right. S&P, Dow looking heavy so far. If we can get through consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, I'll be looking for the sell side underneath these lows. If we can close past midpoint. Same thing with NASDAQ. If you're bullish, you don't want to see these fair value gaps completely repriced through. So if we can get through consequent encroachment, I'm looking for sell side. And then Dow has been heavy all morning. Drop down to the 1 minute chart at 10 o'clock. I was wondering why you trade the 1 minute chart. I just like the 1 minute. There's a lot of setups on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, $1,000 is a lot, but you have to understand, I don't want a lot of people in the group. And in my opinion, I may be a little biased, but the value in that program is going to be, in my opinion, is worth more than 1,000 because it's a structured program. Drop down to the 1 minute. It's structured, it's organized, it's a detailed layout. In my opinion, if I wanted something like looking back as a trader when I wasn't profitable, if I had to ask myself, what would I want in a mentorship? That's what I'm putting in there. Like, it's 8 weeks of just like grind. It's boot camp. Like, it's literally we going all in. And then like if I price it at like $20, like everybody's gonna join and it's gonna be too big of a group, and I don't want that. So I want it to be personal, like a classroom type vibe, which is why I'm only taking in 5 people per session. Alright, let's put on that opening price. This large inefficiency, that's your first presentation fair value gap. I'm not going to outline it because it's too large. It'll make my charts look too messy. But this is your first fair value gap after 9:30. Yeah, there's free content out there, but it's not organized the way I'm trying to do it. Again, nobody's forced to buy it. Nobody's forced. Like I said, I put enough free content on my YouTube channel and the Discord. Like, it's not mandatory. But this is just people who want like deep dive, 8 weeks of just take you to the next level. Structured, organized, there's a plan, there's a layout, there's a strategy, there's a focus every day, every week, and we're moving with purpose every single day. Order blocks and breakers, I have all that stuff on my channel. I have all that on my channel. Yeah. I don't want my mentorship to be too big. Because if it's too big, then that's just like another Discord community, and I don't want that. Because I'm going to be doing like one-on-one calls, like check-ins, checking up on people. Like maybe once a week, twice a week, we'll hop on a Zoom call or something like that, if they're comfortable with it, and just get updates on their progress, answer any questions. So like if I have 20 people, 300 people, I can't do one-on-ones and, you know, individual meetings and stuff like that. So I want to make it real personal because, like, we're not playing around. All right, so dollar's looking really bullish, really strong. Gold just reached that opening price of the hourly bullish order block. Dow retracing higher a little bit. I still have somewhat of a neutral bias for NASDAQ. We're still in that, oh, not anymore, but we were in that opening range. But is my drawings tripping or no? Dow, dollar. So that 5-minute fair value gap, trading past consequent encroachment. So now I'm looking to see if we have the willingness to trade to sell side liquidity. But I'm taking that kind of with a grain of salt because looking at the Dow, S&P. Gun to my head, I like lower prices. I like sell side targets for NASDAQ. If I had to pick a draw on liquidity, but I'm not being too demanding of that. No, I did not say sell. I did not say sell. I have a neutral bias, waiting for more information because Dow's picking up a lot of momentum. S&P is picking up a lot of momentum. So that makes me hesitant to look for higher prices or lower prices in NASDAQ. So here's ES and here's the Dow picking up strength to the upside. So now looking at the NASDAQ, I'm saying, okay, does NASDAQ want to match that energy to the upside, or is it going to be more of a mixed market and we're going to see lower prices in NASDAQ? So I'm just sitting still because right now they're doing different things. $10 a.m. opening price, power of 3 between 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So what that will look like is if we're bullish, if we're going higher, if we're looking for higher prices, 10 o'clock, you want to see a drop down, treat that as a Judah swing, and then just like any other power 3 concept, manipulation, distribution, and you want to see us close near the highs between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Speaking of 9:30. I don't look at the 4-hour. I never really refer to the 4-hour chart. And yes, we do have Fed Chair speaking at 2 p.m. Well, 1:55, but same difference. Definitely not looking to trade the morning session with something like that going on. I mean, I don't trade Mondays anyway, but even if I did, if we had the Fed Chair speaking in the PM session, I wouldn't trade the morning session on a Monday. I'll just trade the PM after he's done yapping. His lows are too clean. Looking at price as far as Caleb's model, looking at 7 a.m. and nothing before that. It's already been made somewhat jagged here. Sort of a 3 drives pattern. We ran the buy side out 3 times. This high, this high, this high. So in terms of Caleb's model, where's the liquidity too clean? Well, if we already done the damage up here and made that area jagged, where is it too smooth? You have equal lows. And this right here is way too clean, equal lows. And I'll be watching to see if NASDAQ wants to reach into that. It's not required, it's not mandatory. But this sell side and this sell side is just too smooth. Austin was cool. Austin was really nice. Austin is my city, but it's not my city. That's my second home. I love Austin. I love the people in Austin. I love the vibes in Austin. There's so much to do. So many just clubs, bars, restaurants. The food is amazing. The hotels are amazing. The lakes, the city, the lights, the view. Austin is just a vibe. I'll definitely be going back soon. was fun though. Austin over Houston. For me, yeah, only because like I'm always in Houston, so I like Austin better just because like it's different stuff over there. And like Houston, we don't even have like water like that. Like Austin, they have a nice lake with a bridge over the lake and all that. So I'm gonna say Austin just because I'm already in Houston all the time. Yeah, Austin's cool. Nah, we probably won't link. People are crazy. Not saying you crazy, but I'm probably not gonna do any meetups or all that. No offense, but you know, it's a crazy world we live in. You never know. I'll just be laying low. Still don't have a strong, I mean, I like the equal lows, the sell side, but still don't have any strong buys with any sort of confidence. I do, however, I'm noticing how we failed to reach that 830 opening price. So that failure, let me zoom in a little bit more. The fact that we dropped down, took out the sell side, and we failed to reach that 830 open. If we start to move away and displace, to me that's signs of potential bullishness. Speaking of that, y'all know ICT, that story, like he made that up. A lot of people don't know that story about how ICT used to tell people like he got kidnapped by these two dudes and they showed him like the algorithm and all that. He said in a Twitter space last year, like he just made that up because what really happened is he was like talking to God and he had a moment with God, but he knew people weren't gonna, once people hear God or they hear Jesus being mentioned, they tune out. So ICT said he just came up with a story. So that whole kidnapping thing, he just made that up, but what really happened is his encounter with the Lord. A little fun fact. So he openly said like that story was not real. People just needed something to believe because they weren't going to believe him when he said like he had an encounter with God. So let's see, dollar index just about to reach its buy side. I mean, I'm Christian. I call myself Christian, but I don't really put labels on it, like, because there's a lot of people that like call themselves Christians and they be the worst ones, like as far as their actions and their words and just their, you know what I mean. So it's like, I mean, I don't put the title on it. I just say I'm a believer. I'm a believer in Christ. Christian, not Christian, I really don't care because people be saying they Christian and, you know what I mean? That's just a label. I'm a believer in Christ. That's what I am. Far from perfect, but, you know, nobody's perfect. It's turned into a sermon. It's not even Sunday. You go to church? Nah. I used to, but I've had much better encounters when like I don't go to church, but I read my Bible. Like I'm real independent like in my faith as far as, is that a good word? Yeah, I guess. I just like sitting in my room quiet and just reading my Bible, and I feel like I get more out of that than church. Because when I be going to church, especially like these big pastors and these famous preachers, whatever, like churches nowadays, and this is my opinion, churches nowadays, it feels more like motivational speaking. Like they're telling you what you want to hear so you could keep coming back. And I don't really want that. Like I want to be held accountable. Like I want to read the Bible and like read what I'm doing wrong. How can I improve? How can I grow closer in my faith? But churches, like it's just too much. It's too much feel good. Like they barely even open the Bible anymore. It's really just like motivational speaking. Like push through. You got like God's gonna help you push through whatever you're struggling with. Just keep going. It's like, well, shoot, I could have went on an Instagram reel and got that information. Like, how about you open up the Bible and let's talk about how I could become a better, you know what I mean? But that's just me. But that's just for like the real big churches, at least, like the Joel Osteens and people like that. Like it's just motivational speaking. So that's what I like. But I've had way better encounters, experiences when I'm just in my room reading my Bible, praying, and I don't go to a public church. It's just like a personal journey. I'm still looking for that potential sell side. We've cleared out the equal lows here. So I'm watching to see does NASDAQ have a willingness to reach the sell side underneath these smooth lows. That's the last really smooth area post 7 a.m. So once we tag that, watching to see if we want to make a run for sell side here, but I'm not being demanding of that. My focus is these equal lows, just way too clean. That right, church? Yeah, but I mean, it's nothing against churches. It's just, I don't know. I like a more personal, just like put on some lo-fi music, some jazz, instrumental, open up my Bible, and just, I feel like I get way more out of that. My pastor makes people uncomfortable. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. And for those who don't believe in like God and all that, don't take offense to it. But I mean, like if you don't believe in Jesus and all that, don't take offense. But it's my channel, so I'm gonna talk about him. But yeah, like your pastor is supposed to make you uncomfortable, like it's supposed to. But like a lot of the big pastors, like if they make you too uncomfortable, if they tell you how it is, like if they come out and say, if you're doing this, like you got to get better. Like if you're doing this, you're not following the scripture. Like if you're doing this, you got to stop that. If they were to preach like that, they're going to have less people coming in because people want feel good. They don't want accountability. I want accountability. Like if I'm screwing up, if I'm not doing something, if I'm falling in my faith, if I'm slacking, like let me know. But pastors, they want that money coming in, at least the big ones, the mega churches. It's like, I didn't come here for motivational speaking. I came to get closer to Christ. NASDAQ just falling short of that sell side. That's just my 2 cents, though. That's my little soapbox for the day. Dollar index, equal highs, and this gap here. That's my draw. NASDAQ. Ooh, this chart look messy, don't it? NASDAQ, equal lows. We have a small little fair value gap on the 15. S&P. The Dow. So, nothing crazy exciting, but we do have Fed chair at 2 p.m., so I'm not expecting any crazy movement before then. I'm watching if we leave this fair value gap open. We have two inefficiencies. We have this one here, and then we have this one here, this higher one. I like for that to remain unfilled, but this one I'm allowing price to trade up into that, and I'll be watching to see how we react. But if we leave it open altogether, then obviously that's bearish. We're likely to take out the sell side. But I'm watching that inefficiency right there. So far, we haven't traded to it. Yes, absolutely. This wick, consequent encroachment and below. You want to see that offer resistance, wicks or gaps. So you have this long wick resting just below this fair value gap. So I really don't want to see that traded to. It can. There's nothing fine if we wick up into this inefficiency, but this wick here, draw it through. Appreciate that, class act. I'm no preacher or nothing, but, you know, it's just my perspective on things. And I'm only 23, so my viewpoint might change as I get older, but right now that's how I view churches and mega churches and stuff. Actually, let's do this. So this wick, so far, haven't reached consequent encroachment. Exactly, failure to reach consequent encroachment of that wick, that's heavy, that's bearish. That's like the same thing as price failing to reach this fair value gap. If it doesn't even have a willingness to trade up first in the upper half of this wick, if it can't even do that, that's heavy. But if it can't even trade up to this fair value gap, that's two factors as to why you can feel comfortable looking for lower prices. Now I'm watching this wick here as a potential bearish order block. I want to see that act as like an accelerator, take us lower. Because these lows here are just way too smooth. I don't even like how we're trading down and we're stalling. Like, I wanted to see us rip through that with a lot of speed. But now I'm watching this wick here. Same thing like I did here and its consequent encroachment. I'm watching this wick and its consequent encroachment. Sell side in the crosshairs. There it is. Now I'm watching to see, do we get speed underneath that low? Because remember, I'm not being demanding of this low. I don't need that to get taken out, but this liquidity pool is just too clean. So I'm watching to see how we trade after taking that out. These two up close candles, bearish order block. It's a little cleaner on the 2-minute chart. 1-minute chart's a little sloppier. But that right there. if we were to trade up into that, like, or this candle current trading were to come up, hit the low of the order block, I'll be expecting that to take us lower. Or this candle can close, next candle can open, trade up, hit the low of the order block, I'll be expecting that to take us lower. South side. Still in Cougar Town? Nah, I'm back home now. I'm back home. But you didn't miss anything. Targets just got hit. These equal lows. Now I'm watching this low here. See if NASDAQ wants to get down here or not. Again, that's not guaranteed. I'm not being demanding of that, but this level was too clean, so I like how we swept that. Dollar index, super strong. Here's dollar completely blasting through that buy side. So let's drag this, equal highs. It's cleaner like a 5-minute chart. Too clean, too smooth. Plain and simple. So still looking for higher prices in dollar. S&P, Dow, NASDAQ retracing higher a little bit. That's reasonable. So we took out this short-term high. Remember, this is the fair value gap that for the best opportunity to go short, you don't want to see that traded to. So now I'm watching if the tide is kind of shifting. If we were to completely overlap this fair value gap, close above it, in other words, completely disregard it, then I'll be interested in possibly seeing higher prices. And we have this breaker here. But again, it's fine if we wick into it. This upper one here, I like to see that one stay open. But our objective was cleared out, so now I'm watching to see if NASDAQ wants to go the other way. So let's take off this. And now my focus is here. The breakers, these two up close candles. But at this point, I don't want to see that traded to, because we have this fair value gap. Well, if we form a fair value gap in the next 30 seconds, I would want to see all of it, or at least the lower half, stay open. So if that's the case, I wouldn't want to see the breaker traded to if we leave a fair value gap here. So I'm watching this. If that could potentially take you higher, we have a single pass down, single pass up, treating that as a balanced price range. Watch and see if there's any sensitivity there. Yeah, this is a first presentation fair value gap, but it's real large, which is this fair value gap here. I'm not drawing it out because my charts would be way too clustered, but yes, we did trade into that. And then if you remember, let me see, let me look at dollar. See what it's looking like. Yeah, dollar's really bullish, really strong. Dow. Euro dollar completely blasted through our profit target, or objective rather. That sell side and that inefficiency. Boom. Gold. That hourly rejection block could be heading towards that. The Dow looking really strong, picking up a lot of momentum to the upside. NASDAQ, not too much as of right now. Take this off. And S&P showing a little bit of strength to the upside. If you remember, these equal highs were a little too smooth. Where's it at? NASDAQ. This might be too much to ask for the morning session, but these equal highs too clean as well. But right now, it's slightly mixed. Dow's leading the way as far as going higher. You can see where the bodies are stopping at the low of that balanced price range. So remember, we did have this breaker here. Ideally, if we're going higher, I don't want to see the breaker traded to Y because we have a fair value gap. So in order to trade to the breaker, what do we have to do? We have to trade all the way through the fair value gap and trade beneath it. Is that something I want to see if I'm looking for, take this opening price off. Do I want to see us completely trade through this fair value gap if I'm looking for higher prices? No. And we have a balanced price range. So I like so far how we couldn't trade to these last two up close candles. Again, your breaker is low, high, lower, low. But taking that with a grain of salt because dollar index is retracing a little bit. It's retracing after clearing out that buy side we highlighted. A little too clean. Alright, so if you remember, this is the same exact instance, but on the buy side of the curve. Remember, when we were looking for lower prices, we had this wick laying on top of this fair value gap that I wanted to see stay open. It's the same logic here. So we have this wick resting pretty much just above this fair value gap. So do I want to see this fair value gap completely fill in? No, but I like to see this wick in the upper half support price. So that's every PD array. If you're bullish, every PD array, you want to see the lower half remain unfilled, untouched, and you want to see the upper half send price higher. So I'm going to take off this new week opening gap just for a second to illustrate what I mean. Right there. So I don't want to see us completely trade down to this last down close candle. I wouldn't like to see optimal trade entry here, because why? We have this wick, and if we're bullish, we want to see the lower half of discount PD array stay open. This candle opens, trades down, just a little past constant encroachment, that's fine, because it's also trading down inside this fair value gap. Excuse me. Rejecting first fair value gap, new week open at, coming off 15-minute fair value gap. Many confluence at the same time, many times for short. Yeah. So the body stopping right at the high of those two down close candles. Potential bullish order block. Can it be resistance? Here, I'm going to take off this new week opening gap just to highlight that first fair value gap. Let's do let's take this off, and we'll take this off. We'll take the wick off too, because this is a large gap, so it's going to take up a lot of space. First presentation. There you go. Three down close candles, bullish order block, and then there's the breaker. Watch and see if we can get above this swing high, because I'll treat this up close candle as a bullish breaker. This right here is a breaker. It's a breaker. You have a low, high, lower low, making these last two up close candles a bullish breaker. I like the idea of higher prices temporarily. Looking at the Dow is already about to take out. What high is that? It's 930 high. So the Dow is already traded all the way up here. If we zoom out, S&P here's the Dow. S&P, equal highs, taken out, looking somewhat strong. And then the dollar index, after clearing out our buy-side target here, getting a little retracement off that high. So short-term lower prices for dollar after trading to a premium above the buy side. So it's not unreasonable to expect a retracement higher, especially with Dow looking as bullish as it is. It's a breaker, bro. It's a breaker. Let's see. I'm watching that long wick. Dow just traded, or let me see. Dow just traded or just fell short of its 930 high. Looks like it's about to tag that soon. The breaker did take out sell side. The sell side is down here, and this low that it runs out is sell side. So your breaker is low, high, lower low. This drop down, that's your run on sell side. Equal lows, that's your sell side. We rally up, take out this high. Last two up close candles in between two highs, that's your breaker. It's most definitely a breaker. In my opinion, if you don't think it's a breaker, all love over here. This is just my analysis. It was fixing the fair value gap. Fixing the fair value gap. That fair value gap was broken. What am I thinking? It's a little mixed. I like how Dow is looking bullish. S&P, it's kind of just hanging around. NASDAQ, kind of hanging around. I still have the sell side on my chart because I'm curious to see if NASDAQ wants to run that out. But if you remember, I said I'm not being demanding of that. This was my main focus here. So I like to see NASDAQ match the energy of the Dow, but it's a little No, I don't trade Mondays. I would definitely not trade the morning session of FOMC or the Fed chair. We have the Fed chair speaking at 1:55. I will not trade the morning session when we have the Fed chair speaking in the PM. So S&P looks like it may want to get back above its midnight opening price. It's a little lethargic in a way, but and we are entering London close. So 1050 to 1110 is the London close macro, and I always teach people in Discord. Always ask yourself who's been making money so far, looking back during the morning. Okay, this is how I internalize it. We do have the sell side here, but Nasdaq so far showing an unwillingness to reach that. I'm not saying that can't happen, but as you enter 1050 to 1110, I'm watching these clean highs up here. If we don't get that in the morning session, that's something I'll be looking for, like during the lunch hour or during market on close macro, that final hour of trading. But once we enter this macro here, $10.50, 11.10. All right, equal highs resting above the consolidation, buy side resting above, and then sell side underneath this low. Trading near equilibrium between those two price points, so I'm just waiting to see what we want to do. Nah, no trolls today, unfortunately. No trolls. They might be in ICT stream or somebody else's stream, but nah. So now this isn't my only focus. Sell side is taken, so we can clear that off. Sell side here or buy side here. Whichever one, doesn't matter to me. But those are the only two price levels I'm looking at. Dollar's about to get below its sell side that it just taken out. Go to S&P. S&P, I'm watching to see if we want to get back above that midnight open. Dow. I like the midnight opening price as a draw liquidity for Dow as well, which is up here, leading the way for higher prices. Trading opposite directions. I'm not. What? I don't know what Tanya's doing in her stream, but I'm just tape reading. I can add a little troll commentary. A little troll never hurt every now and then. Keeps it interesting, you know. All right, Richard, it's not a breaker. I apologize. It's not a breaker. My apologies. You got it, bro. This fair value gap is 931. So it's 10:50. We're in that macro. 10:50 to 11:10. That's London close. Okay, 11 o'clock. I call that profit taking hour. So whoever was short in the morning, it's wise to take profits. But again, we do have that sell side. And then what do we do here? Traded down, failed to take out that low, broke lower. So right here we engineered relative equal lows. Yeah, that was my stomach growling. I haven't ate. I don't eat before the stream. I wait till like 1 o'clock. After I go on my run and all that, then I'll eat something. Yes, I'm a full-time trader. I went full-time back in May. When I got fired from my job, I had a decision to make. I said, all right, what are my expenses? What's my cost of living? How much am I making trading? I was like, all right, well, I could look for a job, and that'll probably take a couple months before I hear anything back. Or I could use a couple months to just go all in. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to find a way to get by. And just never went back since. But yes, I am full-time. Praise God. Nah, see, I don't work out on an empty stomach, but I could run on an empty stomach. So I'll run about 1.5 miles when I get off the chart. Cause sitting down in front of your charts for 2.5 hours, I'm too fidgety for that. So going on a nice run, and the weather's nice. It's like 65, 70 degrees. So getting a nice little run, I'll come back, shower, edit some videos if I have to. Whatever trade I took in the stream, edit that, get it posted to YouTube, and then I'll go get some food, and then I'll work out later in the evening. Nah, it was some bullishness. I'm already on the focus on the charts. It was some foolishness, and it was really nothing that serious. I promise. I'm still watching this. 2 up-close candles is what I'm watching here. I'm not trading today. I only trade live for Discord members Tuesday through Friday. Monday, I always come on YouTube, do a free tape reading stream. But as far as pressing buttons and actually walking the trade through and all that, I only do that for full access members or lifetime members in the Discord, which you can click using the link in the top of the chat room. But even if I did trade Mondays, I wouldn't trade today because we had the Fed chair speaking in the PM session. And for those in the Discord, my trading plan, those are one of the days I don't trade. The morning session is when we have the Fed chair speaking. So even if I was pressing buttons today, I wouldn't. Today would be one of those days where I don't. That's an old new week opening gap here. And we also have a couple more, but I took them off just to clear my chart off. But it's a new week opening gap. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and clear this off just to make our charts real easy. There you go. NASDAQ in this small little consolidation. I'm expecting some kind of movement because we are in that macro, so I'm expecting price to start spooling as we head closer to 11 o'clock. Now, the size of the fair value gap does not matter. It does not. I'm surprised that price didn't take out that sell side. Yeah, I mean it wasn't needed because if you think who's trailing their stops where's retail putting their stops? It's the equal lows. That was way too clean, so I like how we trade that. And then if you see this low here, so if you did something like this, so notice how this low just fell short of the sell side. So we formed like a triple bottom. We dropped down. We've already cleared out a big liquidity pool. Triple bottom, way too clean, way too smooth. Yeah, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But like, sometimes my mom be texting me and stuff, because my phone's on Do Not Disturb, but I have it to where it's like only my mom, my sister, and like close family, they can still message me even when my phone's on Do Not Disturb. So whenever my phone going off, it's because one of my loved ones are texting me or sending me something. Bullish or bearish? Yeah. Let me look around, because I'm not even looking at the other markets right now. I mean, looking at it, I like higher prices, but then again, we have equal lows, and I'm not even expecting any kind of clean precision the morning session of Fed chair anyway. But if I'm forced to pick a direction, given the fact that we're in the 1050 to 1110 macro, I like the buy side, but I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But these are days I don't trade. These are days where I can get a little bit more chopped up. It can be a little bit more difficult trying to get a read on what it wants to do, where it wants to go. The markets can be a little bit more mixed. Dollar could be looking super bullish, and NASDAQ can be looking bullish as well. And part of my trading style is I like to trade in the opposite direction for the most part of the dollar index. So any other day other than AM session of Fed chair, I would like higher prices, but that's just me. This is a nasty consolidation we're sitting in, but we have a couple minutes to 11. I'm expecting some sort of movement. I don't care which direction. That's what's up. No problem. That ATM model, I'm glad I shared that, because that ATM model, like that snippet was from the Discord webinar. Like that whole Asia model, I taught it to the people in the webinar that one day. And the webinar was about like an hour long, maybe a little over an hour. But that was just a small little segment going over how to trade Asia. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that little snippet and I'm just going to post it on YouTube. I'm sure somebody will find value in it. And then it blew up. Now everybody's making money trading Asia. So, love to see it. I'm glad I posted it out there. It's such an easy model to trade. It's a beautiful model. Very rule-based, very specific. The time elements, very specific. It's just rinse and repeat. That's why I called it the ATM model. It's like going to an ATM machine, pulling money out. Do the same thing tomorrow. Literally. Some people passing their combines with it, their funded challenges. They don't even want to trade the morning session anymore. They just want to trade Asia. I have a video on my YouTube channel, how to trade the 2024. Just look up ATM model. Somebody like copied the name, so when you look up ATM model, it's probably going to show a bigger channel who took the name, but just look up ICT ATM model. You'll probably find it. I'll just send it in here. While NASDAQ just stalls around. No, Asia's a beauty. People be making hella money in the Discord trading Asia. It's a great model. It's a beautiful model. I'm gonna send it. I got you. So this is the Asia model. Save that link if you want to check it out later. It's not crazy long. And then those in the Discord, I know the last minute switch. The webinar was supposed to be on Saturday, but we switched it to Sunday yesterday. So now I know a lot of people couldn't make it. That webinar is uploaded in the webinar archive channel in Discord. So if you weren't able to tune in live and all that, yesterday's webinar is posted, so you can go back and watch that. Appreciate that, Garrett. I mean, today, I don't know. My price reading today was kind of because, I mean, NASDAQ really hasn't done much since the open. Just lowered, cleared out the sell side, but there hasn't really been too much to talk about as far as tape reading. But I appreciate that. No, Asia moves slow until it wants to take off. Like there's been a few times in the past week where Asia just like rips, like it rips crazy, cleaner than the morning session. But I mean, some people need that. For a beginner, they may want a slower market and the risk. It's fewer like handles to risk. So if you have a small account and it's not big enough to trade the morning session, Asia would be good for you. Appreciate that, Siraj or Siraj. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I want to be a full-time trader. Go get it. Go get it. You can absolutely do it. It's just a matter of time, saving money, and then, you know, I wasn't planning on going full-time till hopefully like next year or maybe 2 years, but God had other plans. Good morning. First presentation fair value gap is the first fair value gap that forms after 9:30, from 9:31 to 10 o'clock during that opening range. Siraj. Nah, people mess up my name all the time. They be saying like Shermaine or like Sherman or whatever. It's Chermain, like church, like you go to church on Sunday. That's how you pronounce it. It's Chermain. But it's a little different. Like it's a unique name, so I don't blame people for butchering it. Not church, not like the last part, but like the first part, like Chermain. Yeah, every hourly candle can be treated as a daily candle. That's power of 3. That's why I put on that 10 a.m. opening price, because I'm looking for a power of 3 between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Sound like Keith Lee. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. That's funny. That's a different one. I haven't heard of that one. That's funny. Keith Lee on TikTok, he's like one of the top food reviewers on TikTok. He goes around the world trying different foods and he rates it on a scale of 1 to 10. And like people just like watching his videos and his reviews. He's pretty popular. But I don't be on TikTok like that, but I know about him. So it looks like NASDAQ may want to make a run for that buy side. I'm watching to see now if we can get above this first presentation fair value gap. Can we get above it, close above it, next candle open, trade down, treat it as support, and does that act as rocket fuel to send us up into the buy side? Because whenever we top like this, whenever we have a consolidation, there's liquidity building above the consolidation because breakout traders want to go long, and there's liquidity building underneath the consolidation, which is sell side, obviously. So I'm watching to see, can we get above this first presentation fair value gap? So far, respecting consequent encroachment, haven't really been able to close past it. Was he in the guard? Dipping a cane sandwich in a cup of sauce? Probably. He probably did that one time. Ever thought of renaming the ATM model? ICT had one. I mean, I didn't know about that. I think I've heard of him. I think I heard him refer to something as the ATM model, but I mean, I haven't. I don't know. It's literally something I just like. Because in the Discord, I was just like, it's literally an ATM machine. That's what I was saying in the webinar. And then when I posted the video on YouTube, I just called it the ATM model. It wasn't anything too deep. Recently learned breaker blocks. That's what's up. Yeah, go watch that video. It's golden. Definitely not in church or model. Alright, see you, Timothy. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay on until 12 if we can get some meaningful movement. The first fair value gap has to be after 9:30, so meaning your fair value gap can be 9:31. You can't use a fair value gap that forms exactly at 9:30, but this is your 9:31 candle. happening right now? Well, we're in a consolidation, working the lower half of that first presentation fair value gap. And we're in that, well, we just got out of that London close macro. But I'm not expecting any crazy movement because remember we have I keep saying FOMC. We have Fed chair in the PM session. If price gets above that first presentation fair value gap, I would like to see it offer support and send us into the buy side. That's what I would like to see. So when it comes to the first fair value gap, you have to use regular trading hours. It makes it a lot easier, clears up all the confusion. This is your fair value gap with regular trading hours. You have the first candle, the actual fair value gap, and then you have the second candle. So there you go. Just use regular trading hours and you can see it. That's what it's attached to. One thing I do like, this faded gray shaded line here, your previous days high and low for the past 3 days, I keep those on my chart. I like how we've been just working underneath that level, stabbing beneath it, stabbing beneath it. We ran out sell side 3 times here, this low, this low, this low. So something I'm keeping in mind. Want to see if that takes us up. But this consolidation here has been, well, a consolidation. So it wasn't a breaker after. If it's not a breaker, Richard, it's not a breaker, Richard. If you don't think it's a breaker, I have no hate against you, my man. Whatever you see in the chart, if that speaks to you, hey, go for it. But for me and my trading style, I'm treating that as a bullish breaker. Like, he's not letting that go, bro. Like, you got it, bro. Like, you good. It's okay. You got it. Like, you don't gotta type in all caps, bro. Like, I see you. Like, you're good, bro. Breathe, Richard, breathe. Like, it's okay, dog. It's all good. Why, like, he's so loud? I don't know. Richard? That boy Richard. It's too early in the morning for all that yelling, Richard. Like, bring it down a little bit. Bring it down. That's funny. All love, Richard. I'm just teasing you. All love. All love. Richard, send your Discord link. Yeah, Twitter, man, Twitter's so toxic, bro. Twitter is so toxic. Like, I wouldn't have even found out about what was going on with the whole mentorship. It's the fact, bro, it's crazy because for one, the dude that, like, brought up my mentorship For one, he went out of, for one, he subscribed. Second, he has a Discord group. And then the fact that he went out of his way to screenshot my page, screenshot this, post it on Twitter, tag ICT. It's like, you did all that. Like, what, you did all that. Like, really? Did you really? Was that really necessary? Like, you had to tag ICT and get his attention? Like, come on now. That's what we doing? I'm like, bro, that's a whole different level of just... I was like, man, I'm just trying to mind my business and trade and help people make money. That's all I'm doing. It was entertaining, though. I wasn't feeling no type of way. It was just really... It's cool seeing my channel and my name being out there, you know. But I was just like, wow, that's crazy. All right, so we closed above consequent encroachment of that first presentation fair value gap. I'm waiting to see if we can close above it and treat it as support. And then once we close above it, or rather if we close above it, I'd like for us to remain in the upper half of it until we reach that buy side. Again, gun in my head, I favor higher prices, but that's just me forcing to pick a direction. Full port, hey, do you, bro? I'm watching this wick here. I'm not going to draw it out. It's going to be too much, but that entire range, treating that as like a normal gap. I want to see if there's any sensitivity there. But what I'm really waiting for is to see if we can close above the high of this fair value gap. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. That's what I would like to see. How much better would be any individual if it puts that much energy improving rather than making all that drama? Yeah, it's just like, you know, but I mean, that's just people. Just the Asia video, it's not too far on my channel. Just, it's literally maybe like 10 videos down, how to trade the Asia model. And I have Asia trade executions. If you go on my live stream section on my YouTube channel, I have like Asia trade breakdowns. We did a couple of those. So I have a decent amount of Asia content on my channel. Just gotta check it out. Incorporate any standard deviations. C, central bank dealing range, flout. Nah, I don't. Not yet at this point in my trading, at least. So I'm watching these 3 down close candles. We have a fair value gap. I want to see if that can send us higher, but take that with a grain of salt, because this right here, is it gradually going higher? Sort of, kinda. I still like the idea of higher prices, but taking that with a grain of salt. But the opening price on this down close candle is what I'm watching. Consecutive down close candles before this rotation higher. Opening price, draw it through. Nah, I can't swing trade, man. I'm too, like, I'm patient, but with swing trading, I don't like the idea that I may only take one trade a week because I'm trading like the 15-minute or the hourly chart, and then that one trade may take like 3 days to pan out, all for that just to be a break-even trade or a loss. It's like I just waited a couple of days for that setup, and it didn't even pan out. So I'd rather just intraday trading, trade the sessions. It's just my personality. Like, that's just me. Some people are opposite. Some people, they don't want to be in here every day, every morning. They just want to set it and forget it. But if I set it, I won't be able to forget it. Like, nah. And I can't go to sleep with an open position on. Like, I just can't do that. Like I can't put a trade on, put a stop loss, take profit, and then go to sleep. Like I need to see like what's going on with my money in the market. Nah, the 1 minute chart is the same thing as a 5 minute chart, 15-minute chart, daily chart. It's the same thing. An order block is still an order block on the 1 minute. A fair value gap is still a fair value gap on the 1 minute. It's just more PD arrays, but that's why you have to understand higher time frame bias and draw on liquidity, and then, but it's the same thing. I might be on the 15-second chart next year. Maximum stop loss, I don't like risking more than 25 points on a stop loss. Anything over 25 handles, I'm cool. Or I'll just like downsize if I really want to be in that move. But for the most part, I can get in with like a 15 handle stop, 20 handle stop on average. So what is that? That's like, so right here, that's about a 20 handle stop loss. 25 handles about right here. I mean, that's decent for NASDAQ. We're going to stay until 12. I just want to see if NASDAQ has a willingness to reach that buy side. It's looking a little lethargic. I'm going to stay on. See what the 5-minute chart looking like. Fair value gap here, premium inefficiency. Like I said, I like this during like lunch possibly, or the final hour macro. But this is just too clean, all this liquidity. And NASDAQ has already ran out a bunch of sell side here, 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 here. Ran out sell side 4 or 5 times. I like the clean highs. But again, that might be too much to ask for this session, but it's just my analysis. Scroll up in the chat room. I sent the Asia link. Or just go to my YouTube channel. It's not too far down. It's like 10 videos down in my uploads. PM session. I don't trade the PM session anymore, but I treat it just like the morning session. Instead of the midnight opening price, I use the 1:30 opening price. And instead of the 10 a.m. open, I use the 2 p.m. open. And then I trade it just like any other session. But I used to live stream the PM, but I just like being done by 11 o'clock, and then, because it's 12 o'clock New York time, but for me, like, I'm in Central time, so 12 o'clock is 11 o'clock for me, so I just like being done with my day by 11 o'clock, and then I'll use a couple hours after that to get some video editing done, some social media stuff. Like, I want to go outside, go get some food, hang out with some friends. Like, I don't want to be in front of the charts in the middle of the day. I just don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be inside 1 p.m., 2 p.m. trading. I'm trying to, like, live, so. I can get all my work done in the morning session and in Asia. Still waiting for that close above the first presentation, fair value gap. See, I be wanting to tell people that, but it sounds cringy because I know that, like, you know, the TikTokers who be live, they be like the live, like the live. Thank you for the roses. Like, I feel like that's how I sound if I tell people like the live stream, make sure to like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know, it's just cheesy. So I don't be telling people. You ever blew an account before? No, I've never blew an account. I never blew an account. I don't blow trading accounts. I'm just kidding. Of course I blew an account. A lot of them. A lot of them. Absolutely. Who hasn't blown an account? I've blown numerous accounts. I've blown so many accounts, it was like Afghanistan. It was bad. Real bad. Shoot, it was like World War III when I was trading. Everything was getting blown up. Like, what? Have I blew an account? Absolutely. My fault. Was that too far? My bad. My bad. So NASDAQ slowly just trotting up there. It would be nice to see a nice displacement candle. A lot of speed, just snap up there, boom, snag that buy side. It's not a breaker, y'all. It's not a breaker. It was just fixing the fair value gap. Whatever that means. How come? Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. How come you're reselling your course for $1,000 that you got it for ICT for free? I'm glad you asked. Thank you, Max. So look, one, it's not a course. I'm not selling a course. It's an 8-week program. Two, a lot of people, yes, ICT is selling for free, absolutely. But a lot of people can't either sit through ICT lectures. They don't like how he explains things. I like ICT. I could sit and listen to ICT for hours. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? But there's people out there who like the way I explain things and they like the way I structure things. So that's why I'm opening the mentorship. Now, here's the cool part, Max. You ready? Max, I hope you're listening. This is the cool part. So nobody has to buy it. Like, that's cool. I'm not gonna come to your house and steal your credit card. I'm not gonna force you to pay for anything. Like, the cool part is you don't have to get it. Like, you don't have to get it. Like, it's so crazy. Like, it's, bro, isn't that crazy? Like, man, that's the kicker right there. You should be jumping out of your seat, Max. Oh, man. I'm just having fun, y'all. Don't take me serious. But Max, some people just want more. Some people like the way I trade. They like the way I read price. They like the way I teach. And I'm just trying to help people. The price tag, is it pricey? Yes. But you have to understand, there's already content on my YouTube channel that people are making money with, that people are learning from. My YouTube channel is cool. The Discord, in my opinion, is not crazy expensive to what I see other people charging. So it's like, you know, nobody's forcing you. You don't need the mentorship. I'm putting stuff out there for free, and the Discord is affordable, in my opinion. So that's just me. But for those who want more, for those who want a strict 8-week program, like we hitting the ground running, week 1, we're going this. We're only focused on this. We're focused on this. Week 1. All right, boom. Week 2, we're here. We're doing this. I need examples. Okay, one-on-one calls. How we doing? You need help? You got this? What you struggling with? Let me know. Okay, you struggling with that? I got you here. Take a look at this. Week 3, we doing this. Boom, boom, boom. We're studying this. All right, another group call, group session. Hey, y'all, how we feeling? We all right? Questions? Individual call. You good? Need help with something? All right, cool. Week 4, we hitting this. Boom. Week 5, live trading, tape reading. Here's an example of this. Boom. By the time you get to week 8 is going to be like a kind of slow down, recap, rewind, how we feeling before I send you out the door on your own. We good? We straight? Like, any last questions before I take in the next group? And that's what it is. But here's the thing, everybody knows who ICT is. I'm not forcing you, I'm not saying don't go to ICT, but some people, they just want to learn from somebody else. They may see somebody who's able to trade, they know how to reprice, they know what they're doing, and they say, you know what, I want to learn from him. Because you have to understand, I've been an unprofitable trader. I've blown accounts, I've done all that stuff, and I've worked and built myself up to a point where I'm making money consistently. So now, all the education that I receive from ICT, absolutely, I give ICT all the credit. I'm an ICT trader. All that information, all the years of study, y'all seen the notes on my YouTube channel, all the late nights, early mornings, all that I've been through, I'm pouring that into the mentorship. I'm sharing my experience. I'm sharing what I've been through personally for me. That's what I'm sharing. And either way, all respect to ICT. Like, I don't care about his opinion, and I love ICT. Like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for ICT. But I'm an independent thinker. I'm a free thinker. Like, I don't need ICT's approval, and I'm sure he'll respect me for saying that. But I don't need it. And I'm not doing anything that's illegal. I'm not scamming people. I feel like the value you're gonna get in the mentorship is worth more than $1,000, to be honest with you. But that's just me. I'm only taking 30 people a year, so every 2 months, the mentorship is going to be every 2 months. Every 2 months. So it starts January 6th. So January, February, boom. Yeah, ICT commented on that Twitter post when that guy tried to call me out. But January, February, I'm taking on 5 people. Okay, boom. After those 8 weeks are up, March, April, I'm taking in a new 5. 8 weeks are up. May, June, I'm taking in a new 5. And then I'm taking 30 people throughout the year. That's it. So anyway, we're trading at the high of the first presentation fair value gap. We have a small little inefficiency fair value gap here. I'm curious to see if NASDAQ wants to make a run for that. But this has been a really lethargic kind of meander, like going higher, but doing it in a boring kind of just, I get there when I feel like it type of manner. But Deborah, I appreciate that. Oh, that's a good point. Trust the process. If you go to college, it's all repackaged. They're selling the same stuff. And honestly, college is the same thing. So you're paying for, and there's nothing against college, but if you go to college and you're paying for tuition, can't you find that same information for free on YouTube? But you're paying these private intuitions, these institutions, thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Isn't that the same thing? Yes, you could learn for everything for free on YouTube. You could, but you're paying for the college. You're paying for their services, what they have to offer. Oh, I love this. I love this, Max. I love this. Okay, so let's see. Just to confirm, understand teachings. Great. You got the teachings from ICT. Absolutely. You are profitable. Absolutely. You love him. Absolutely. I don't care what he's saying in his teaching you took. Absolutely. I'm saying I don't care. I don't need his approval. I respect him as a man. Absolutely. Like, I love him. Like everything I do came from him. Like, he's the reason why I'm profitable. I'm saying if ICT says I'm not with that, like, I don't need his approval. Like, ICT's not going to say, hey, Tremaine, like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to say, yes, sir, I get where you're coming from, but this is what I want to do. Do I respect him? Absolutely. But I'm not, I'm my own person as well. And this is what I want to do. This is good because price action is getting boring. I needed something. But that's just my 2 cents. That's just my sense. And then, again, if people get true value from it, is it really a problem? Some people, ICT, they may think he's boring. I like sitting through his boring lectures and his yap sessions. I enjoy that. I listen to his Twitter spaces all the time in the car, road trips. But it's like, if people just can't sit through that, they want another resource, they want to hear another voice, another way of teaching, and they get value from it. Like, if I'm helping traders become profitable, if I'm actually helping and not just scamming and ripping people off like a lot of other traders do, is it really a problem? I'm definitely not taking any money off of ICT's table. I'm not stealing, I'm sure me having a mentorship and all that, I'm sure I'm not causing him to struggle. Like, I'm not taking any money out of his pocket, I'm sure. So that's just me. That's how I feel. $13. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. But it's not even like, it's all love. And I believe like I'm here for a reason, because I wasn't planning on going full time today until a couple of years. I got fired from my job, and it's been a blessing ever since. And I be thinking about it sometimes. I'm like, if I was still working and God didn't place me in this position, I wouldn't be able to help people, because I get messages all the time. And I'm not saying I'm all that. Like, I'm not all that in a bag of chips. I'm just a normal dude who likes to trade and live stream. But it's like, if I'm helping people, like actually helping people, and their understanding of price action is improving, then I believe I'm here for a reason, and I'm doing the right thing. I was just talking to your conscience. My conscience did not receive it, but I appreciate it. My conscience is very much protected by the Holy Spirit. But thank you, Max. I appreciate it. All the best. It's all love, bro. It's all love. Trust. I trade personal funds, personal equity. And my broker's trade station. I know somebody's going to ask. I beat you to it. My broker's trade station. I'm not a representing broker. I'm not telling you to use them. Do your own research, your own due diligence. That's just me. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know why people get so offended by the mentorship. Like, it's optional. It's not, like, nothing's going to change. The Discord community is going to be the same. I'm not taking anything away from the Discord community. I'm still uploading content on YouTube. The mentorship is only for those who want more. They want personal. They want a boot camp. They want, like, you know what I mean? They want to go all in. That's if that's not you, that's okay. If that's not you, that's okay. That's just you. But some people want more. Can you group trade? Group trade? Are you talking about copy trading? I mean, I don't know. I just trade one account. Wait, what happened with Paladin? Hold on, I'm seeing some drama. I'm not on Twitter like that, so fill me in. Hold on, let me scroll up. Who? Paladin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. Who's deleting what? This is good. This is good stuff right here. Cause I'm away from all the drama. Like, I don't be paying attention. Once his firm. He has a prop firm? This is good. Yeah, no, the real one, I'm done explaining it. But it's really entertaining. Like, the mentorship is going to happen either way. And it's going to be real value. But price is a little slow and boring right now, so I'll entertain it for a little bit. Diddy effect? Oh, that's crazy. Megan Font. Paladin got exposed. Did you find out what happened with the WAP and Discord? I don't know what's going on. So he had a prop firm and he deleted the videos. Or the prop firm got shut down. Yeah, the Twitter's not, like, I muted everything on Twitter. I muted ICT's posts because I like seeing what he's tweeting, but, like, all day, like, he's just going back and forth with, like, Patrick Willen or something. So it's like, I gotta mute his posts. It's all love, but it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm hanging out with my nieces and all that, and ICT blowing up my phone, going back and forth with these traders. Oh, Romeo, don't get me started. All right, let me focus on price real quick. The drama and all that's cool, but with that London closed macro, you had that random PD array being used as support here, 3 times here. We fail to reach it here. That's something we talk about in the Discord. If we fail to reach a PD array and we start to move away, what is that? That's bullish. Buy side cleared. I like the buy side up here. Couldn't get it, but that right there, that's not a bad price run for the price action we have to work with, at least. And then watch and see if we possibly want the sell side, but I'm viewing this as we're trading near equilibrium of the range. So if you take this high to this low, we're trading inside that range, but equal lows. We've ran buy side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times from the random PD array, trading up. And now we have the sell side here, equal lows. Watch and see if we want to trade towards that. I'm just having fun. Yeah, don't take me serious. Like, I just like coming out here and just having fun. It's a breaker though, dim low. It's a breaker. You have your low, high, lower low. If you put on mean threshold, staying in the upper half of the breaker, unwilling to trade past mean threshold, and you get a nice little run. But this was, we've seen cleaner movements, but there you go. Romeo, Romeo. It's crazy, y'all. Stay off Twitter, though. Twitter is so toxic, man. Instagram's not as bad, but I don't follow any other traders. Like, I don't even have trading content on my Instagram. Like, whenever I see a trading video pop up in my feed, I make sure not to like it because I know Instagram is just going to show me more trading stuff, and then it's slowly going to get toxic. So it's like, Twitter is bad. Like, I lose brain cells every time I open up Twitter. Like, I could feel the chromosomes leaving my body. It's ridiculous. Like, it's bad. Like, I'm telling you. Like, my IQ drops right when I open Twitter, like, instantly, like, negative 20 points. Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. Where did you work? I had like, I'm not gonna say where I worked recently, but I had about 7 jobs, 7 or 8. I worked at Burlington. I've worked at, when I was in college on campus, when I used to play basketball, I worked at like Dollar General, trying to get some spare change in between games and practice and all that, classes. So Burlington, Dollar General. I've worked at a grocery store. I've worked at FedEx warehouse overnight. I worked at where's the other one? Oh, was it Family Dollar? Family Dollar, Burlington, FedEx, Dollar General, grocery store. What's the other one? FedEx was bad. The warehouse is, and I'm in Houston, so like the warehouses, they had no heat, no fans. They had fans, but they didn't have AC, so the fans were just blowing hot air, and the warehouse was so hot. Like, I would come home drenched. Like, I could take my shirt and like wrinkle it out, and like sweat would just like pour all over the floor. Like, it was so hot. It was a great workout though, but FedEx was, I'm missing some. I used to DoorDash. I made a couple thousand DoorDashing when I was in college. I used to be out to like 3, 4 in the morning just DoorDashing. But I wouldn't count that as a job. I mean, I guess. What else? I don't know. There's more, but it's been a while. I was at my last job for almost 2 years. It was cool. It was all right. But getting fired was definitely the best thing that happened to me. For sure. Dollar General. Dollar General is probably... No, Burlington was the worst job I've had. Burlington. Dollar General was okay. But, yeah. It was alright. My son lasted FedEx 3 days. No, well, me and one of my homies, like, we're in high school, like, junior year, and it was a summer job. So it was our, like, first day at FedEx. He threw up. Like, he threw up when he got home. Or I think he threw up on the job. I can't remember. But, like, we was in those trailers. Oh, peak season. Oh, my gosh, like, the holidays. So, like, he threw up, and then I remember getting home at, like, 4 in the morning because it was overnight. And I was just like, bro, I was dead. And then I would train because I was trying to play basketball in college. So, like, I would go in at, like, 10 p.m., clock out at, like, 4 a.m., and then I'll go home, shower. I'll sleep for, like, 2 hours, and then I had basketball workouts at, like, 7 a.m., and, like, I was a zombie. And then I was trading, like, the London session. Like, bro, it was, oh my God, it was bad. Like, it was really unhealthy. It was bad. So, fair value gap, bouncing again, taking out the sell side. We had that random PD array. This fair value gap here, that lower one stays open. I like that. Fair value gap here, institutional order flow entry drill. We rally another fair value gap in the upper half of that first fair value gap after 9:30. Your first presentation fair value gap. Watching the buy side above this high, see if we could trade above that. And again, I still like this level up here. The only Forex pairs I look at is like euro dollar when we're doing like the pre-market analysis and I'm flipping through the different markets. I'll look at euro dollar, but I mean, I used to trade Forex. I was funded with FTMO and all that, but I don't care for Forex. I think it's trash, to be honest. Like the spreads and the brokers and the MT4 servers and all that. It's just so unprofessional in my opinion. Futures is way better, way cleaner. Like we had that nonsense going on when MT4 got taken off the app store. It's like, what kind of foolishness is that? I'm like, this is ghetto. I gotta go to a different market. I'm like, people selling iPhones with MT4 on it for like $500. Like, I was like, man, I'm in the wrong market, bro. I gotta go somewhere else because I can't keep doing this. It was so ratchet. Watching the buy side above this high. Now, what I like to see, okay, you see me say this a lot, because my focus is up here, this is when I like to see a lot of speed above this high. I don't want us to take out this high. Like you see how we done here? We take out a high, retrace, take out this high, retrace, take out this high, retrace. I want to see a lot of speed above this high because my focus is up here. NASDAQ is my girlfriend. I feel that. I used to trade S&P, but S&P just moved a little. S&P is really clean. It's just I like something that moves a little faster. So NASDAQ has been more my style. you know. I'm watching this fair value gap right there, seeing if we stay in the upper half of that, and if that could take us up into the buy side, and then possibly this buy side up here. That's like best case scenario for me. Yeah. My day's going good. Appreciate that, Sadak. My day's going good. Really good. We're just having a good time. I'm going to stay on for like 10 more minutes or so, or until NASDAQ, if it wants to reach the buy side. Got a few minutes till 12. Gonna stay on for just a little longer. I'm just curious to see what it wants to do. But I am getting hungry. No, NASDAQ, but Asia, NASDAQ in Asia, wifey. Morning session, NASDAQ be kind of But NASDAQ in Asia, that's my baby. Absolutely. All right, see you, Alexis. I'm gonna stay on for 10 more minutes or so. I ain't got a grocery shop. Felt that. Still working this fair value gap. And we're near the high of that first fair value gap after 9:30. Two-minute chart. It's a little cleaner, just a little bit, but definitely seeing cleaner morning sessions. Can you run more Asia streams? Nah, I don't really like streaming Asia because, like, that's kind of, for one, that schedule is going to be inconsistent because I don't stream Asia all the time like that. And then, I don't know, I don't trade Asia all the time. Sometimes, like, the last time I traded Asia, I was literally laying in bed. Like, I don't need to go to my desk to trade Asia. I don't need my monitor. So I'm in bed eating potato chips or something, like on my iPad trading Asia. Like, I don't want to stream that. But I promise you, everything you need to trade Asia on your own is like in the YouTube channel. I promise you. And just watch the Asia trade breakdowns that I posted. Those would be helpful. They're in the live stream section of my channel, though, if you want to watch the breakdowns. That was my neck. So it's hanging around this fair value gap. Let me do this. I'm observing this. If anyone's showing Asia, yeah. It's pretty simple. If you're trading Asia, it just requires just a little bit of back testing. It's nothing too crazy, but it's real simple. It's a real easy model. Yes, now it's not 100% win rate. Notice in the thumbnail, I didn't put 100% win rate, never lose, best model. Like, you're going to have losing trades. I lose in Asia. Like, that's a given. So it'll still take some back testing. It'll still take some studying, some work. But it's a great model. I trade other sessions just regular. Like the trades you see in my YouTube channel, that's how I trade the morning session. Just daily chart, 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, get your levels, and then 1-minute chart, execute, manage risk. That's all you got to do. So far the body's staying above. We covered this in the webinar too yesterday. So far the body's staying above consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. If I'm expecting higher prices, that's something that I like to look for. But preferably, I like to see that entire lower half stay open. Unicorn Queen, appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. Thank you. You as well. Nah, Yola, you're good. You're good. I'm glad to have you in there. The Discord's cool. It's a fun group we got in there. What time is it? 11:58. So trading still inside that fair value gap. I think it's cleaner on a 2-minute chart. Let's see what the dollar's doing. Dollar index trading lower just a little bit. S&P, we've seen cleaner days. Dow working higher just a little bit. So I'll take that for what it is. All right, peace. I'm not gonna lie, I'm staying on until NASDAQ either runs out sell side or buy side, but I'm just curious to see what it wants to do. Yeah, I'm gonna eat after this. She needs a push. Yep, Fed chair speaking at 1:55. Fed chair speaking. PM session. So we closed past consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. Preferably not what I want to see, but I like how we couldn't close outside of it. In other words, we couldn't close past the low. But I do like how we stayed above consequential encroachment of that first fair value gap. Okay, we traded down. We couldn't reach midpoint consequential encroachment. So I like that. A random PD array. It's a bullish breaker. It's a bullish breaker. But there is somebody in here, I don't know if he's still watching, but he was very passionate about telling me that's not a bullish breaker. So I just titled it a random PD array. But it's a breaker. Looking for this buy side here if I can get it. Oh man, I'm hungry, man. Give me like 10 more minutes, y'all. It would like I'm actually gonna feel some type of way if I get off stream. Then Nasdaq runs the buy side. It's like, bruh. Do you trade live on the Discord? Yes. I trade live, pressing buttons, executing in Discord. You can see all my entries, exits, real time. Pretty much what you see in my channel Tuesday through Friday. Every Monday, I come out here publicly and I do a free tape reading stream, which is what you're watching now. But yes, Tuesday through Friday, live trading, 9:30 to 12 o'clock. I don't recommend trade copying. I always tell people I'm not a financial advisor. Don't copy my trades. The whole point of live streams is to just grow your understanding of price action. Because yes, I lose. I take losing trades. I take winning trades. I have break-even trades, just like everybody else. So if you plan on joining, use the live streams to grow your understanding of price action. And then there's other stuff, obviously, webinars and all kind of stuff. Weekly forecast for those in the Discord. Weekly forecast is going to be updated once market closes. And then I didn't forget about the homework. I'm going to assign that homework probably after I get something to eat because I'm hungry. But that's probably going to be due, have that turned in by Thursday. But I'll send it in the channel. This dude. But Discord link is pinned in the top of the chat room, whoever's interested. Matter of fact, let me check, because usually I look at the chat room every now and then. I see some people catching setups. That's what's up. Good dubs, good dubs. Have you tried drop shipping? Oh, you're not talking to me. Awkward. Drop shipping, nah. I mean, I used to sell like on Amazon, or not Amazon, like eBay. I guess it was. Is that drop shipping? Yeah, it probably is. But like, I used to buy phone cases in bulk. Like when I was in college, I'll buy them in bulk and then I'll sell them on like OfferUp or eBay, and I'll profit like $3 or $4. I was just trying to get to the bag. I used to sell candy in middle school. Like I was that dude. Like I was a dude in middle school, backpack full of candy, drinks, Sour Patch, soda, like whatever you need, I got it. I was selling in the hallways. I was a candy drug dealer. Sour Punch straws, hot Cheetos, whatever you want, like, I got it. I was bringing home like $60, hit up the dollar store. I'll spend about 15, buy some more product, do the same thing next week. It was good money for like a 15-year-old making a couple $100 a week selling candy. Like, I was a businessman. Yeah, for real. It was cool though. So if we manage to take out this buy side, I'm observing to see if there's any speed, because again, I'm still focused on this up here. What time you ended the stream? I just want to stick on to see if we can run the buy side. And then if we can manage to run out the buy side with some sort of speed, then I'll stick around and see if we can get that. But not too much longer. Just bear with me, y'all. I know. It's a little bit of a long one, I know. There's your buy side. So now I'm watching to see, do we get any speed here? And then give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. My fault. Break even. Another entry. Break even. Second attempt. This is for the people who stayed on. I already took off a partial. I was long 2 contracts. Real funds, this is personal account. Only 2 micros. I normally don't trade Mondays, but Richard said it wasn't a breaker, and I was determined to get that buy side that I was looking for all morning. So, there you go. First entry in the fair value gap, getting stopped here. Second entry, buying it here. Holding through all this, looking for buy side, break even here. Next entry, buying the order block, this down close candle here. Partial, looking for this. This is not how I trade in Discord, by the way. I show my executions and all that real time, but this is supposed to be a free tape reading stream. But this is why I normally don't trade Mondays, because all this back and forth, trying to go long 3 times, getting stopped out, break even twice before finally getting a nice rally. This is why I don't like trading Mondays, and it's the AM session of FOMC. Last line of defense for higher prices, 2-minute chart, the bullish order block. But we've already cleared out the buy side that I like to see taken out. This for me is like best case scenario, which is why I took a partial. Partials pay every time. But I'm watching these, what is that, like 5 down close candles. Risks are already removed, locked in a little bit of profit for commissions and all that. I don't like trading Mondays, but I was looking for that buy side all morning. It was just too juicy, so I was trying to capture that. What is? How much was that? Alexa, what's two? Oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, about $60 on that partial. So $70 in total locked in, or what was that? 60? 2 times 30 handles, yeah, 60 plus $5 locked in. A little $65 on a day I don't like to trade. Would that minor buy side be a breaker? Minor buy side be a breaker? Yes. Yes, these 3 up close candles here. Low, high, lower low. Don't tell Richard that though. He might get mad at you. But yes, I'm seeing that as a bullish breaker, absolutely. Keep that between me and you though. Dang, 16, 18 bucks to fill up. I want a motorcycle. I do, but man, people in Houston can't drive, bro. Like, there's so many motorcycle accidents, and a percentage of those are probably the motorcycle driver's fault, but Houston, like, people cannot drive, so it's like, if I get a motorcycle, it'll just be like, I can't get on the freeway, because people, like, in the traffic, yeah, it's bad. Again, this is not how I trade in Discord. I know I hid my entries and all that, but I only show my executions live and all that for people with access in the Discord. But this is a free stream, so. Yeah, but man, $18 to fuel up that's nice. Yeah, he did talk about his motorcycle accident. How much? 60, 140, 60 plus 140. This low, 217.75. If I had 3 contracts on, when we traded above that high, that's a partial running down your equity. So buy side taken out, retrace, come back up. This short-term high, that's a partial. But since I only have 2 contracts on, I'm just going to see if I can get this up here. It's no big deal. Yeah, ICT said he got like in a bad motorcycle accident. That's why like something like his eyes are sensitive. I'm assuming it's like an eye injury. Like he's sensitive, he has to get certain glasses, like prescription. But I'm watching this down close candle as a bullish order block, and then we have a fair value gap. I want to see majority of this one stay open here. Preferably, I don't want to see it traded to at all, but this fair value gap, I like for that to take us higher. And I want to do that quickly because I don't want people to pull their orders above this high. I've been trading since, let me take this off because people are gonna be confused. I've been trading since 2020. I started off Forex trading supply and demand, and I actually started studying ICT concepts January of 2023. Can we look for sales posts? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what levels we have above the buy side. I'm not really concerned about it. There may be other liquidity pools, NASDAQ, like we have highs up here. I don't really care about that. I'm just focused on this high that I've been looking for all morning. But once this trade either stops me in profit or hits my take profit, I'm closing my charts and gonna go for a run, get some food, hang out with people in the Discord for a little bit, and then assign that homework later after I eat. So again, I'm watching this upper fair value gap. I don't want to see this one traded to. That's the best case scenario. It doesn't kill the trade idea if we do trade into it. But for the best bullish setups, strong order flow, I like for this upper one to send us higher. So that looks like this. What time is it? We still have Fed chair in about an hour, 30 minutes. Let's make this. Whoops. Hold on. So trading down to this lower one, that's fine. Don't want to see it completely fill in. But again, this should be a partial as soon as you take out that high, but I only have 2 contracts on. So it is what it is. Excuse me. August 2023. That's what's up. Yeah, I started with that 2023 playlist just because, like, that's when I found them. Like, so stabbing down a little bit into this fair value gap, that's not a problem. It's inside of the order block. But profit already locked in, risk removed, so it's just a matter of letting this trade do what it wants to do, and then we'll get off of here. We're already 20 minutes over, which is way too long. Background colors, all that in the Discord. So this is a real account. This is Live Funds, my personal account with TradeStation. Let me see if I can show it without showing my information. It's real funds. If I get stopped in profit, I may trade Asia, see if I could pull out a couple hundred. If it hits my take profit, then I probably won't trade Asia. I'll be content with that. Maybe I like tape read Asia or paper trade it, but I've already made 60 on this short little scalp here, and then 140 will put me at 200, and then that's enough for me on a day that I don't like to trade. Like I'm not being too demanding. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be looking at the. Actually, I'm hanging out with somebody tonight, so I will not be looking at Asia. I changed my mind. Let me see. One second. Teach my girl how to trade. Nah, she's into criminal justice. All right, let's close this. She's into criminal. She's doing her thing in college. No, I don't trade Mondays. I do not trade Mondays. This was just because Richard said it wasn't a breaker, so I wanted to go long using the logic of the breaker. That's the only reason. But I'm using reduced risk, only 2 micros, because normally I don't trade Mondays. But did she know you were a smooth criminal? The link to the Discord is pinned in the top of the chat room, and it's also in the description of this video. But I mean, she not my girl. We just started talking like 2 days ago, but I'm finna make her my girl, if you know what I mean. She real cool. But anyway, she might be in the next vlog. Who knows? You can hear the frequency of my voice is crazy. That's crazy work. $60, $40. Let's see if I can lock in 100 without being too aggressive. I need an extra 40. Oof. It's a little tight. Yeah, whatever. We trade to make money, not to be perfect. So I locked in $100. I'm not trying to do too much. It's a Monday. We have FOMC in the PM session. It's not the day to try to be cute. You know, she's gonna ask, did you make any money today? Yeah. You know, you really want to tell her break even. Yeah. Now, see, now, like, we talked about that a couple live streams ago. Now it's like, I'm fine telling people I'm a trader now because there's no pressure. But, like, when you're still trying to become profitable, telling other people you're into day trading, it's so stressful because they ask you how much money you're making. Like, how's it going for you? And if it's not going good, it's just stressful. But now, like, if a girl come along or just friends, family, I'll tell them my day trade because, like, I got results now. So, like, you know what I mean? There's no pressure now. even then, I don't tell people what I do. I just because they don't understand, and they think like it's all gambling. They think it's all random because they think of GameStop and Bitcoin and all that. It's just so I don't even waste my time. Just know the bills are getting paid. That's what I tell. Like, how much money do you make? Enough to pay the bills. That's all. Enough to pay the bills. Yeah, or they think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, which is the complete opposite. Complete opposite of that. And again, this is not because I'm sure people are getting confused. When I trade live in the Discord for the full access or lifetime members, I do show my entries and exits real time. But normally I don't trade Mondays, and this was a free stream. We do a free stream every Monday. So that's why I hid my executions and all that. But you'll see me actually press the button. You'll see my stop loss. You'll see all that manage and explain real time Tuesday through Friday. I just tell them I have OnlyFans. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Hey, no judgment. No judgment over here. I just say I'm a barber. So we're just hanging around inside this fair value gap. If I don't get stopped out in profit, or if my take profit doesn't get hit in the next like 10 minutes, then I'll just cut it. I'll just end the stream, and then I'll just let it do whatever it wants to do. But I don't want to stay on here too long. We're already 30 minutes over. She's she's counting on me. Y'all funny, man. This will probably be the last time I trade Monday. Maybe. I don't know. Unicorn Queen, appreciate it. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Buy her some flowers. I'm a real lover boy. Like, flowers, like all that, handwritten cards, notes, like she taken care of. I got all the tricks in the bag, like little surprises, all that. I'm real nice with it, like, you know, I'm on my Drake. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, certified lover boy. Like, it's just what I do. I mean, bring her some lunch on her lunch break or whatever. Make sure she got some food in her system. She don't be eating. I'll be having a reminder to eat. Yes, I'm profitable. Midnight. only if the lashes are real. Nah, I don't have anything against the fake lashes. You know, girls like that stuff. Women, they like the fake lashes and the makeup and all that. But no, I mean, it's pretty. I got nothing against it. That's what they like to do. That's what, you know what I mean? She watching the live, imagine. That'd be crazy. Come on, NASDAQ, do something. Go up, go down. I don't even care. I was ready to get up. I'm ready to get off this seat. Oh, man. There we go. Wait. A little more. Not yet. Come on, NASDAQ. We're trying to get off this stream. We got things to do. How does a breaker work? Where is Richard at? Is Richard still in here? How much leverage does this account have? That's personal. Yeah, you know, women, they don't be eating. I was literally on the phone with her last night. She said, yeah, like, I just be forgetting to eat. I'm like, what? How you forget to eat? Like, that's not... There we go. Stopped in profit. Little $100 on the day. I probably won't ever touch a Monday again anytime soon, because sitting in stuff like this, going break even and all that before finally catching a nice little win. And even then, my best case scenario target didn't get hit. But you should have taken a partial here. And then if you remember, if I had 3 contracts on, I would have taken a partial here. That would have been a nice exit. And then you would have got stopped out in profit. But there you go. Do I have a third-party verified track record? No, I don't share that. My track record is YouTube. I tell people all the time, I don't believe in sharing statements, track history, none of that. Like, every single trade I take is taken on stream in front of an audience. Like, I show my wins, my losses, my break evens. I show days where I don't take a trade at all. Like, no, I don't show my personal statements. I don't have a track record. I don't have a MyFX book. Like, what you see is what you get, pretty much. But, you know, that's just how I like to roll. Like, I keep everything real personal. But that was fun. But I think people in the Discord can vouch. Like, the trading is pretty good. Like, it's pretty good. But that's it. Love y'all, man. This was a long stream. I'm 30 minutes over. We was on here for 3 hours. That's a crazy long time. But shout out Richard for the breaker signal. Much love. Somebody send this to him. And I think that's it. People in the Discord, full access. That homework assignment is going to be sent out later tonight. The weekly forecast is going to be sent out. Oh, Unicorn Queen. She always reminded me. I appreciate that. It's not a trade copying services. A lot of people join the Discord just to copy my trades, and they get frustrated when I say I don't feel comfortable taking a trade today, or I cut the stream early because the market's trash. So if you're trying to join and take trades every single day, copy my trades every single day, you're going to be disappointed. We're here to learn. We're here to get better and learn how to reprice. So if that's something you're interested in, then Discord is for you. Thank you, Unicorn Queen. I appreciate that. But love y'all. Be safe. And I'll be chatting up with y'all in Discord and all that. If you're still trading, best of luck to you. Remember, not FOMC, god dang it. Fed chair is speaking at 1:55 in the PM session, so be careful if you're trading the PM session. And that's it. Full access. I'll see y'all all in the trading stream tomorrow at 9:30. All right? Peace.